Hi, I'm Simona Scanni, PhD in Italian Studies here at the University of Birmingham. My Department of Modern Languages has given me the opportunity to showcase my research through this short video. So I will briefly talk about my research, which involves a very current topic nowadays, that is distance and online learning, specifically online learning of Italian as a foreign language. I started my PhD before the pandemic, and my first hypothesis was that distance learning makes education more accessible to everyone. And in fact, I'm a distance learner myself, which means I could conduct my research regardless of the place I'm based in. Let's say my research is divided into two parts: online foreign language learning before COVID-19 and online learning after COVID-19. This study intends to investigate the effectiveness of learning Italian online, particularly by analyzing individual factors which contribute to the success of online language learning, both among learners who freely decide to learn online and those who have to because of the pandemic. If we consider an online environment where learners are essentially alone and independent in their learning, the process of acquiring a foreign language is influenced by individual and internal variables such as motivation, personality, identity, and autonomy in learning. So what I'm doing now is examining those factors and also students' perception and satisfaction of their learning online in order to investigate to what extent do students acquire Italian as a foreign language online. So basically the effectiveness of the online learning process per se. I'm doing this through questionnaires and interviews, and I will also compare answers from students who already studied online before COVID and those who had to switch to distance learning after COVID. This study fills a research gap in the online learning of Italian as a foreign language, as very little research has been done about the effectiveness of online language learning, particularly in the field of Italian as a foreign language. We are still facing the pandemic worldwide. Many countries are elaborating guidelines, and single universities and institutions are taking action on distance education. So the discussion is still on, and this underlines just how important the debate on distance education is, and the need for further improvements remains open for future consideration.